What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and today we're going to be talking about the future teams of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Before, it was just the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy, who of course would go on to fight with the Avengers. But now is a very different time. In fact, in Phase 4, we haven't even had an Avengers team, and we still currently don't have an Avengers team, and we're in Phase 5 now. However, we have heard the new Avengers team is going to start to be assembled in the MCU very soon. However, they are going to be one of many teams that are going to be established in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU is about to expand in a very big way, and with that comes the formation of new teams. And Alex P over at the Cosmic Circus did a great article on this. Be sure to check it out. We're going to break down what he said and talk about these future teams and who is going to be on these future teams. It's definitely about to be a very exciting time for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you want to stay up to date on it, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Also, if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner gets to pick one item, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. Now, first and foremost, of course, we have to talk about the Avengers, the OGs. And a lot of people have been wondering, what is the new Avengers team going to look like? What is the roster? Who is going to be on it? Well, of course, it's going to be a combination of new and old characters. And according to Alex P at the Cosmic Circus, Sam Wilson, aka our new Captain America, will indeed be the leader of the new team. Now, we've heard that during Captain America 4, Brave New World, the new Avengers team is kind of going to be established. Keep in mind, right now, there really isn't an Avengers team, and Disney did kind of confirm that after Avengers Endgame. They said there is no Avengers team right now. So what we can expect is simply the establishment of the actual team existing in the MCU. From there, we're going to see the characters come together, and it's going to start with Sam Wilson's Captain America. Alex P states, moving forward, Wilson will step into the forefront as the new face of the MCU, in a similar position to his predecessor, who of course was Steve Rogers' Captain America. He'll have a heavy task at hand to lead a fresh, diverse, and dynamic lineup of heroes while continuing the legacy of the Avengers in an ever-changing world. But of course, the question is, like we talked about, what is the new roster going to look like? Like I mentioned, we can expect to see some old faces, but of course, some new faces as well. The article states we'll see Wong, Bruce Banner, and Captain Marvel, but to expect relatively new faces as well, including Shang-Chi, She-Hulk, Joaquin Torres as Falcon, among other potential candidates. Now, this makes you wonder about some of the OG Avengers who are still out there, like Thor and Hawkeye, and also, what about Rhodey? If you've seen Secret Invasion, you know we have some questions. I'm sure we'll see these OG Avengers rejoin the team when it comes to Secret Wars. Maybe they don't join for the Kang Dynasty, but definitely they'll be back for Secret Wars. Now, for those of you wondering about our younger heroes that have been introduced into the MCU as of recent, and who are about to be introduced to the MCU as well, don't worry, they have their own team, the Young Avengers, and we have been talking about the Young Avengers for a pretty long time now. Now, it might be a while before we have an actual Young Avengers titled project, but members who are going to be on the team in the future are popping up left and right throughout the MCU. According to Alex P, this is a matter of when, not if. The Young Avengers are coming in their own titled project, and here's the roster to expect. Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, Kamala Khan aka Miss Marvel, and Eli Bradley. Then of course, the Maximoff twins, Billy and Tommy. Yes, they are gone for now, but they should be coming back, one in Agatha Coven of Chaos and the other not too long after that. I'd also like to add that Scar, the son of the Hulk, has been introduced in She-Hulk, so he could possibly play a role in the Young Avengers team, or he could simply have a pretty big role to play in the World War Hulk project that we know Marvel Studios is developing. And of course, there will be some other members who have not made their MCU debut yet, who of course we can't wait to see. But then we have the Thunderbolts, who I think and I hope are about to be a pretty huge success in the MCU. The Thunderbolts are often described as the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad. The Cosmic Circus says that in the absence of the Avengers and a constantly growing number of superhuman threats, some people have decided to stop sitting idly by, hoping for a miracle, and will take matters into their own hands. One such individual is CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. And we knew that she is the one who put together the Thunderbolts. It might be at the direction of Thunderbolt Ross, or she could have taken it into her own hands, like the article states, and simply told Ross about it and named the team the Thunderbolts. Right now, we're kind of unsure if they're going to name the Thunderbolts team after Thunderbolt Ross, like they've done in the comics, or if that's simply the name for some other reason. But we pretty much know this team. It's a team made up mainly of reformed villains and anti-heroes, including Yelena Belova, the Red Guardian, the Winter Soldier, US Agent, Ghost, and Taskmaster. But the Cosmic Circus states they advise keeping tabs on Director De Fontaine as she seems interested in seeking out enhanced individuals. Who knows? She could find one or two who might just join the team. Now, we've heard that the celestial that is sticking out of the water on Earth, Tiamat, is possibly made of adamantium. Adamantium, for those who don't know, is what Wolverine's metal is. And we've heard that the Thunderbolts are going to visit Tiamat, which is going to be, at this time, an island in which some enhanced individuals possibly are. So when the Thunderbolts movie arises, we definitely have to keep a lookout for some mutants. Then we have the new Guardians of the Galaxy team, and we already know that Rocket Raccoon is the new leader. Groot is still by his side, Kraglin is by his side as well, and we have some new cosmic heroes, which are Adam Warlock and Phyla Vell. And as far as we know, they are going to continue to do what the Guardians of the Galaxy do. They are still going to own Nowhere, that's still going to be their base, and the team will still go throughout the galaxy, helping other planets and people who need help. And adding Phyla Vell and Adam Warlock and King Groot to the team should definitely make for a very exciting new Guardians team. Then we have the Eternals, the second Eternals film, which some people might have forgotten about. But make no mistake, the Eternals are a very important group in the MCU, especially since they involve the Celestials. And let's not forget, Arishem is going to judge the Eternals and determine if the world is worth saving or destroying. So the Eternals are very important as the Celestials pose a direct threat to the entire human population on Earth. Now, we've had some conflicting reports about the Eternals' second film since the first film was released. And right now, the Cosmic Circus states that it's unclear right now whether or not Eternals 2 will fall in the Multiverse Saga or after it, but make no mistake, Judgment is coming for the Eternals and for Earth. Plus, the Harry Styles fans gotta get their Star Fox in the MCU. Then we have a team that I myself am personally really looking forward to. I know a lot of people are as well, and that is the Midnight Suns. Speaking of the Eternals, the post-credit scene for the Eternals did set up the Midnight Suns. We saw Kit Harington's Black Knight looking at the Ebony Blade, and then we heard the voice of Mahershala Ali's Blade. And now we know that the supernatural side of the MCU is on its way. In fact, it's already begun. We had Werewolf by Night and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and one of my personal favorites, Moon Knight. And Blade is on its way as well, with an entirely new written script, which is supposed to be better than the last. Fingers crossed, at least. Ironheart is also supposed to be a part of the supernatural side of the MCU, supposedly introducing Mephisto. I know, we'll believe it when we see it, but since the supernatural side is coming, it makes sense that he would be involved, especially given his connection to Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, who we only can assume is going to make his way to the MCU at some point in time. Plus, not to mention, the Merc with the mouth is about to join the MCU as well, so that could be our Midnight Suns team, which sounds really freaking great. Now, of course, we can't forget about one of the teams that we are most excited to see in the MCU, the Fantastic Four. We've done a lot of videos about the Fantastic Four on the channel. The official cast for the Fantastic Four has not been decided yet, but so far the frontrunners are Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic. According to some insiders, Vanessa Kirby has been offered the role of Sue Storm, but we're not sure if she accepted it yet. And last we heard about the Human Torch, Joseph Quinn was being eyed by Marvel Studios to play the role of the Human Torch. Many people know Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. And from what we've heard so far, Daveed Diggs is still the top runner to play the Thing for the Fantastic Four. Rumors have stated that Galactus is most likely going to be the main villain of the Fantastic Four movie, and it's going to be really exciting to see the Avengers interact with the Fantastic Four, specifically seeing Doctor Strange interact with Reed Richards since he met him in the other universe in Multiverse of Madness. But I think, more than anything, right there with the Fantastic Four, fans are really excited to see the X-Men in the MCU. We've talked about the X-Men a lot on the channel, and basically what you need to know is we are not going to get the new X-Men team until after the Multiverse Saga. However, In the Multiverse Saga, we are going to see some of the old original X-Men characters return. Perfect example is Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is going to return as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. In Deadpool 3, we are also going to see some other original X-Men characters like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm, and a few more return as well, but it doesn't end there. Apparently, they are also going to be showing up in Avengers Secret Wars. Now, will we see some of the newer X-Men characters before the Multiverse Saga ends? In a way, yes, and the perfect example is Miss Marvel and Namor. Both are considered mutants in the MCU. However, of course, they are not part of an X-Men team. The specific new X-Men team is what we will not see until after the Multiverse Saga, and a good majority of the new X-Men characters and mutants coming to the MCU, we will see them after the Multiverse Saga as well. Phase 7 has pretty much been titled the Mutant Saga. Not officially by Marvel, but for most of the fans who know what's coming. So basically, in Phase 5 and Phase 6, in Deadpool 3, and in Secret Wars, we get to say goodbye to the original X-Men that we've known and loved all throughout these years, and then we will get to say hello to our new X-Men team. So the future of the MCU is very bright and very exciting. We have a lot of really cool new teams coming to the MCU. Let us know which one of these you are most excited for in the comments down below. And please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest MCU news. You can also find us on Patreon. You can check out our website and our Discord server. And of course, you can always follow us on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.